So you are considering getting a new construction home and you're here to find out all you need to know and to be aware of before you take that leap into new construction, especially in the Atlanta metro area. Well, hello, my name is Ama Adeni. I'm a real estate advisor here with Luxe Residential Group, broker by Fathom Realty, and I serve Atlanta metro area. Today, I'm going to be giving you 5 things you should be aware of when buying new construction, especially in the Atlanta metro area. First thing you want to be aware of is the recent changes that has happened in our real estate market, especially as it pertains to new construction. During the pandemic and in the heat of the buzz, say 2021, late 2020s up until early 2022, a lot of new home builders were caught in a situation where they had to, in the contract, extend closing, increase the sale price, and inevitably offend a lot of home buyers. So to fix this, builders started ordering materials in bulk for a set price because prices will go up and it will affect their ability to be able to build the house with a predetermined price. So they had to change a lot of stuff. So now what builders do is they buy all the stuff, all the materials they need in bulk. What that means for the new home buyer is, in as much as you don't have that uncertainty of having your price increased by thousands of dollars, you are faced with a dilemma where you have to go with a spec home. The joy of buying new construction is being able to pick everything up until the gherkin in your tile. But with this pre-order situation, you are pretty much stuck with the builder selection. You cannot change paint colors, cabinet colors, tiles, pretty much anything because they already ordered and it's set in stone. So that's something to be aware of, especially if that was one of the things that was exciting you about buying new construction in the Atlanta metro. Another thing you want to understand when buying new construction is you have to determine if you want to buy a spec home, like I just explained, a semi-custom or a fully custom home. Now, what is the difference? Of course, with the spec home, the builder's already made the selection. You may be able to pick your lot, but that's pretty much it. Everything else is already pre-ordered. With a semi-custom, some builders are offering that, but in the higher price range, say over $600,000-$700,000, they may be able to give you options for like the cabinet colors, maybe some tiles. They may have some options. Now, it's not a varying range, but maybe 2 or 3 options to pick from. So you can still custom the new home, but semi. So not fully custom, but you do get to make some selections. And then the fully custom is where you can pick everything. Now this I've been seeing is more in the upper price range. Because hear me out, when a builder is building homes in the lower price point, they're building entire subdivisions, the demand is of course there, but they're trying to do like a mass production. So the service is definitely different. Now the builders that do the higher price points, they're typically in smaller subdivisions, building about 10, 20 homes. It's more expensive, it's more cost to build, and there is more, the service is just different. So those people may be able to give you a varying option. They may be able to, okay, you can pick your lot. We have maybe 4 acres each. You could pick your lot, you could pick everything. It's going to take longer because of course they have to order those things and wait for delivery and all of that stuff, but you can do that. But you need to understand that just saying I want a new construction home is not enough, especially if it's for your forever home. You need to be able to sit down and analyze, because again, time frame will vary across the board if you're going with a spec, a semi-custom, or a completely custom home. So that's something you should keep in mind. Another thing you want to keep in mind is builders and what's available to you. Most of the time when I see my clients, in search of going new construction routes and in search of builders, they're often going with builders that work with their friends or builders that are popular or they've heard about. They do not stop to think of it from the end result. So what I do for my clients is I ask them, what do you want? I know this is your forever home. What are you looking for in this home? Are you looking for acreage? Are you looking to certain community? Because the thing is, in certain communities where it's smaller and the builders are more private, you can even have one-on-one interaction with the builder themselves. You're not going to find them online most of the time. It's a connection thing. It's a network. They have a close knit of agents they work with. It's different. They are not the big boys because they do a more custom tailored approach. It's better to speak with a professional, someone that has inside knowledge to be able to help you. Say, for example, you want to build a custom home, luxury home in Fulton County. Your range of builders will be completely different if you wanted to do the same thing in Cobb or Douglas or Polden or Cherokee, because the builders, most of those local builders that build like the luxury homes, they're localized or they have like specific markets. So you want to be aware of this. Do not go for the builder, go for your end result. What do you want exactly? Location, price range, features, all of that stuff. And then walk your way from there and see what's available. Because I see that my clients make that mistake going for the builder. They're like, oh, they don't have anything where I want, but there are other options. And they may be less known options and less popular, but they are options that will be tailored to suit your needs. Another thing you must know when buying new construction is incentives. A lot of clients, when it comes to me, they're like, what incentives are these builders giving? Oh, let's go with this builder and see they're giving this or that. Again, you want to work from what you want, but you have to know that incentives vary. It varies based on the price, because if it's a lower price point, they may have some money to give. They may have some little things to give, but if you're buying like a more expensive house, a forever home, we're talking about homes in the 700, 800 million upwards, the incentives are different. So if you go and tie yourself to a certain builder, you have them on your credit because you want that incentive without actually backtracking and seeing what exactly you want. And if that's where you want to go for long term, you may have just gotten yourself in a financial bind. Your credit is attached to it, or you may be forced to like make the choice that you don't really want to make. I had this happen to one of my clients. She came to me, she's like, I just went in a new construction community. I love the homes there. I talked to the builder because the agent there told me to talk to the lender. I talked to the lender, I got pre-approved, I got incentives, but then before I got all that done, the community was sold out and the other community doesn't use the same builder, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't fit my needs. But she had to like already go use other lenders to get the best deal because, as you know, once you're applying for a mortgage, you have a certain window where it's safe to shop rates. So it puts you in a bind that you don't want to be in. So do not be freaked out. Do not get too excited, so to say, about the incentives that you just go ahead and try to lock it in. Calm down and work from the back. Work from the goal, work from the end in mind. Another thing you want to be aware of when buying new construction, and I cannot say this enough because a lot of leads come to me with this misconception that, hey, I do not need an agent. The builders have an agent, they will represent me, and then the builder can pay me what they want to pay the agent. Well, that's not how it works. If you have an agent representing you on the purchase of your new construction, you can still get everything you want and everything you are entitled to and everything the builder is willing to give. Let me not use the word entitled now, but everything that you feel like you want, everything that is negotiable, that you can negotiate into the offer, you can get that and still get your representation. Let me explain what I mean by this. For example, if the builder is able to give you an incentive for closing costs or to buy down your rate, say of $12,000 or $13,000, that's what they'll be able to give you whether you have an agent or not. Because for example, if you're using financing, there's a cap on how much incentives you can get from, the seller. Different loan types have different caps. So regardless of if you use an agent or not, if the cap on your loan based on your amount is say $13,000, that's all you're going to get. But now you get the added representation to it. So a builder is not going to give you more of anything if you have an agent versus if you do not have an agent. So you do need an agent, especially if you're looking at this home to be your forever home, your long-term home. If this is your dream home, you want to have someone representing you that has local roots, that have connections with other agents, that can find you, again, not the most popular builder, but the builder that has the features, the location, they can provide exactly what you need for your situation. I hope that with these 5 tips of mine, you can go into your new construction home buying process with more clarity, vision, and an actual game plan. If you need any help in the Atlanta metro area, Georgia as a whole, or entirely the United States of America, or the globe, reach out to me. I do have partnership and a network with a global range of agents across the globe who are reliable, are trustworthy, and who are thorough professionals. Anything real estate related, feel free to ask. You shoot me a message in the comments, text, call, email, whatever works for you. I hope you found this video informative. If you will please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because I will produce new videos weekly answering all your homeowner and home buying questions. Till next time, see you.